Hello everyone, Gardening Girl here. Just wanted to show everyone my lovely, amazing garden. It's been a while. Things have grown up pretty well. I got a bit of lettuce here. Currently wanting to repot it into smaller containers like that. Then I'm going to use this seed tray to grow some more lettuce. I know this lettuce looks okay. It is edible, that's for sure. It's a little old, but it was absolutely covered in aphids. Let's see if I can find a good patch for you. No, it's not really going to show up on the camera, unfortunately, but I can assure you they are there. Hundreds of the little devils, which doesn't make for very pleasant eating. I know you can wash the lettuces, but those lettuces, they do tend to wilt when you wash them. Over here we've got some lovely tomatoes coming along. They've just come out of the greenhouse. And over here, this is radish that I've let go to seed. This really nice, beautiful flower, I think. It's very tall. My mother does think it looks like a weed, but as you can see, there's absolutely no radish bulb in there. So there's no point in me trying to eat them. I've got pumpkin, I believe this is. Pumpkins are more of a pointy heart-shaped leaf, I think, compared to my squash leaves, which I'll show you a little bit later. They're a little bit more round. And admittedly, squash leaves do look like this. But these ones are hollyhocks. We've got some hollyhocks and snapdragons growing in there. They're looking lovely and splendid. Delphiniums, and delphiniums, all grown from seed. We've got some lovely delphiniums out the front. And this is some sea lavender coming up. Now over here, we have a continuation of absolutely hundreds of tomatoes. A few pansies here, which are looking absolutely splendid. They didn't come up last year, and they came up this year. So they're absolutely lovely. Lots of tomatoes. I've got lots and lots of flowers, which I'm hoping is good news. Although, as any good gardener will know, you do need them to be pollinated to actually create fruit. Now I've heard just tapping them on the top of their heads gently like that, that'll be enough to make them pollinate themselves, self-pollinate. But as yet, I haven't really seen too many insects come and greet these flowers, so I'm praying for some tomatoes. That would be really good news. But we'll see. Watch this space. Over here, these are nearby. Lockdown has been eased, so I was able to get out to some garden centres, and boy, was I desperate to get out to some garden centres. So I bought these two lovelies, a white and a pink strawberry plant. They're absolutely gorgeous. I'm definitely going to try and take some runners off there and grow some more. I've got more hollyhocks down here. These are all my plants. The other plants are my mum's. Over here we've got some radishes. They're looking a little wimpy and limp because I've actually eaten all the good ones. We've got one good guy back there still. And then, as you can see, this one, and definitely this guy here. They're probably not going to produce very good radishes at all. Because, you can see him, he's just elongated. He's a funky, weird shape. He's not going to be a tasty ball of hot, fiery goodness. And you follow the stem, he's getting pretty tall. So this beauty, I'm going to let that one flower as well and produce seeds. And the seeds of the radish plant, I've been informed by the internet that they're more like pea pods, so fairly easy. This again is the mystery plant. Not too sure if it's a petunia, not too sure if it's just a damn weed. In there I just put a, I was removing suckers off the tomatoes, so I put one of them in the soil there. It looks to be doing okay actually. And here I do believe that's another pumpkin. Could be a squash. I really should label these things. And here we have some lettuce that I've already repotted. It looks to be doing quite well, but yeah, like I say, it's a bit old and tired, and I want some fresh new lettuce, so I'm going to be doing that soon. This is some coriander. It's doing really well, albeit it's really tall. As you can see, it's struggling for light. I did move the greenhouse due to the high winds, so it's now up against the wall just to protect it a bit more. And here we have some basil. Bit moth-eaten, not gonna lie, but I'm sure it, well, I know it still smells gorgeous. I wish you could smell it. It smells lovely. Little succulent. This guy might actually go in the garden somewhere. I have a nice little rockery, I'll show you. Some more basil. That was just cuttings, bit of root powder, and then I think we've got some marjoram and mint in there. And again, another pot of radishes. A reason why I think a few of them haven't done so well is I probably put too many in a pot. No, this little one here, that's literally all there is to him. He's very small and I think he's definitely gonna die. So you have a few casualties, but all in all they are super tasty. Definitely recommend to anyone. Grow radishes. They are gorgeous. Really nice hot plants, and they come up within about 5 weeks. So really satisfying to grow. Now bear with me. I'm going to just take a waltz down the take a waltz down the garden, and over here, wow, we have an explosion out the greenhouse. Everything's out for a breather and lots of sun. We have oh so very many squashes. Actually, they have more of a heart leaf. But those ones don't. I have no idea at this point between my squashes and my pumpkins. There's a little bit of difference when you go closer up. Let's see. I think these ones are definitely pumpkins. Apologies for the lighting. There's not a lot I can do about it. Pumpkins, you're probably not going to catch it in this light, but yeah, there you go. They've got more of a spiky seeming. It's just rather rough, the pumpkins. That's how I'd explain it. Pumpkins look a bit rough. And the squashes, they're just a little bit more rounded, a little bit softer. So these are wintering squashes. They're doing really well. I think they're doing really well. I've got a lot of leaves in there. I think one of them, yep, that appears to be a flower. Apologies, I really can't get good camera views, angles of these, but I'm really proud of my squashes. They're doing really well. And then we got the sweet corn. Look at them. I reckon these must be about 4 foot now, and I really need to get them into the allotment now. I mean, I'm standing up right now, and this is waist high. This guy, he's looking really good, and I have no idea how I'm going to get him out of that pot. It's going to be very difficult. There's a really big pot, and honestly I would probably keep them in the pots, but I mean, having this in your garden, it's not the bestest visual. Not a very good visual for the garden, but we're just going to take a quick tour of the greenhouse. I've got the pest killers there. Please ignore them. I try to use them sparingly. I really do. Temperature today, oh gosh, it has been up to almost like 38 before. The greenhouse is coming into the shade now, so it's dropping to about 28, but it gets sweltering in here. So that's where I've put all my chili plants, because chili plants do love the heat, according to Monty Don. We've got chili plants and aubergines. Aubergines are looking good. Looks like there's a flower going to come here. It's a really weird flower because it's spiky. It looks like a flower of death. It looks violent. It's a very interesting plant, and I'm going to be very interested to see if I get any aubergines off there. There should be, you know, like nice black beauties, I believe they call them. God, those leaves. I've got to be careful when handling these. But I had absolutely no idea that aubergines had these spiky leaves on. And going to the garden centre, I think there's different, obviously, varieties of aubergines. And they didn't have as many spikes on. The aubergines seem alright. They seem like they've got a bit of catching up to do compared to the squashes outside, but that's okay. Different species. My chili plants are okay. Did have one somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. These guys are flowering. So, that's really sweet. No idea what's going to come and pollinate these. I'll probably have to hand pollinate them as well, because there's a pretty small flower in there. Gorgeous little thing. But anyways, I'm going to leave the video there, and well, there's the leeks down there. I'm going to leave the video there, and I'm going to show you my pride and joy, which I've been working on all this month, and that is a bit of a flower garden out there. So please do watch, like, subscribe and all that silliness. I'd really appreciate it, and leave me a comment down below. Thank you. Bye.